Okay, main event.
Here we go.
I have yet to record War Room for this, but I will be doing one after we've recorded this.
I'll see what you think.
Well, I'm waiting till after now, you see, so you don't.
Yeah, so I can't get an insider info. Miesha looked pretty good, right? And she looked better after round one. It was like round one was like, oh fuck, okay, right, but I'm
long time out. Though, wasn't it?
A long time.
And that's part of the reason.
A lot happened. Like Marion Renault was the perfect combat, wasn't it? It was like a little bit older, been through it, not particularly sharp, but still tough and durable and what have you.
Respected and well-rounded. Like you've seen her in big fights against tough opponents like Holly Holm.
Yeah,
like she's a stiff test if you don't come ready. But yeah, Miesha did look good.
A bit better. She was better than her, weren't she?
Her wrestling looked really good.
Yeah,
like strong control on the ground, good ground and pound. Like confident with her striking as well. Like she stung her with a jab. I think it was in the third round before she finished the fight. Stepped in and stung her with a jab, and like you could see that she was impressed with it because she stepped in and tried to do it again.
Well, that worked. That's nice.
I definitely think her striking has improved, but she's a wrestler to ground and pound, isn't she? With rear naked chokes.
I feel like that might be the way it goes. Ketlen she's a very imposing frame, isn't she? 5'8", 68-inch reach.
So you think Miesha's going to win, do you? Yeah.
I think Miesha's going to win.
See, I think I was thinking that until I started researching a bit more, and I watched all of Vieira's fights yesterday, and I think that she's a real problem in this division.
Do you?
And I think there are a lot of.
I was like mildly unimpressed.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was something that you were saying earlier. Was it Faraz Ziem? You were talking about his good postural discipline.
Yeah.
I feel like she's got that.
Yeah, right.
I feel like she is a big imposing frame, but she also returns to a nice boxing stance.
Yeah.
She's got good long straight punches. She hits
not
with
much
power.
Pop, though.
Do you not think?
Not much bounce.
She's
got power, but she's not pop. Like she's not in and out and bouncing and stuff.
But I think she's faster off the mark than Miesha Tate is, and I don't think Miesha's got particularly much bang in her punches either. So I think Vieira might be able to hit her and hurt her on the way in and stifle Miesha Tate's wrestling.
Yeah,
like
and
every
you think
time
Ketlen's going to try and put Miesha on a back.
Quite possibly.
Yeah,
quite possibly. Because like if you think there were a couple of times when who was it? It was against Yana Kunitskaya, where Kunitskaya closed her down and she was able to reverse it. She has like I know she's a national wrestling level in Brazil, but I think she's also got some judo in her background because like the way that she's like with Sajara Eubanks as well, as she closed her down, she was able to twist her and launch her using
sort of
that
see
momentum.
it a mile off because
it's kind of
no
what
one
Ronda
moves
did
like
to
that
Miesha
than a judoka move like that.
No
one really does that, do they?
It's that understanding of that. It's that push pull and that shifting of weight.
Yeah,
like I remember seeing the same thing when Miesha fought Ronda and she crashed in and Ronda just launches her over her hip. I think Ketlen Vieira is going to be able to do that to her.
Yeah, if you crash on a judoka, you're probably going to get elevated, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miesha does reach. She comes scrambling forward and then reaches.
Yeah, trying to find a safe place.
Vieira's got a good takedown offense. She's strong up against the fence. Like, I mean, that fight against Kunitskaya, up until probably the last 30 seconds of the fight when Kunitskaya got back on top and landed that elbow, you could have quite easily scored it the other way.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were around a piece going into that third round. My one concern for Ketlen Vieira is that she does get hit cleanly with elbows from guard. So if Miesha Tate is able to take her down, she is going to be susceptible to shots. Like Kunitskaya caught her with one elbow here and bloodied her up really quickly.
Well, so the start of the fight when they're standing, do you think Tate has the edge? Or do you think Ketlen has the edge? Do you think Ketlen's got the edge?
I think Ketlen's got the edge. Like if you look back in Ketlen's record to other fighters that are going to bring a similar kind of game. She's got two clear ones that stand out. One being Kat Zingano, who fell apart after the first round. And she did manage to work her way back into it a bit, but Vieira was just too much for her, too strong.
Yeah.
And the other one was Sarah McMahon.
Yeah.
And that's the fight I was watching, I was talking about, where McMahon clinched her after the first, 30, 40 seconds and was like panicked trying to take her down.
Yeah.
But then it ended up Vieira taking Sarah McMahon down,
right,
and arm triangling her.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll have to watch the War Room to actually find out what's going on.
Yeah. I'm
right,
excited.
right, we'll split on it.
Miesha looks in incredible shape since she's come back, and I'm sure.
Yeah, she does. She looks lean, right? She looks in real good shape.
Lean. But I'm sure her skills are still developing, and she looked like she really enjoyed that last fight, which is a big part of it. But this might not be quite as an enjoyable fight.
No.
If there is able to establish that bang, 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 stuffs her takedowns every time she crashes in, she reverses her. Miesha starts to get a bit more panicked. I mean, I could say all that, and then she was able to jump on Holly Holm's back and win the belt,
Yeah, true.
Like, there's always that possibility that she's going to jump on and take her back.
That's why we love it.
But Ketlen Vieira's never been subbed, so anyway.
Yeah, it's quietly a good card, isn't it?
Yeah,
might go under the radar with a few people, but there's some good fights on there.
Agreed.